excitement isn't sneaking into Cleveland quietly. It's bursting through the front door, shaking off years of dust and worry. And leading the charge is Shedeur Sanders, a fifth-round draft pick with a famous last name that grabs attention and a work ethic that quiets doubters. This isn't one of those cute off-season stories where a new guy shines for a few practices, fans cheer, and then things go back to normal. Nope, this is a storm. This is a shakeup. This is a big change wrapped in football gear. The now viral video of Shedeur practicing alone in the rain didn't just get popular because it looked cool. It got big because of what it showed. In a league that loves showy stuff, this video wasn't planned. No fancy coaches, no special film crew, just wet grass, wet gloves, and a quarterback crazy about getting better. It made Cleveland ask a question they haven't dared to ask in years. What if the best quarterback on the team isn't the highest paid or the most experienced or the most famous? What if he's a 22-year-old rookie raised tough in Deion Sanders' house of hard work? You can feel it in the air. The older players know it. The coaches know it. The fans totally know it. Shedeur isn't knocking gently on the door. He's kicking it down. And while the Browns try to keep their quarterback plans neat and quiet, everyone else can see what's going on. There's a big change brewing at quarterback, and the only question is whether Cleveland is ready to lead it or get left behind. Before the social media videos, before the ESPN clips, before even the whispers from inside the Browns building hit the news, Shedeur Sanders was already out there working hard in the dark, way before sunrise and long after the practice field lights turned off. There were no ads being filmed, no cheerleaders hyping him up, no reporters scribbling notes on the sidelines. It was just a wet football field, a soaked quarterback, and the kind of non-stop practice that doesn't make headlines but always shows up on game day. And here's what makes Shedeur different from other young quarterbacks who shine in the offseason. He didn't want anyone to see it. That viral video wasn't some planned stunt. It got out by accident, filmed by a team worker who couldn't believe what he saw after hours in the rain. Shedeur alone, repeating footwork drills like a doctor practicing a tricky surgery, throwing long passes perfectly, even with wind pushing back that would have made most pros quit. The realness of it hit people hard because it didn't feel fake. It felt like hunger. That's what started the buzz. Not a TikTok, not some NFL veteran saying this kid's the next big thing. It was the video that wasn't meant to leak. Proof that Shedeur isn't here to play the fame game. He's here to play football. And when that video spread inside the Browns building, something changed. Quiet chats got louder. Coaches raised their eyebrows. Players started texting each other, like, "Yo, you seen this?" And most importantly, they started showing up early too. Because when your quarterback is out there grinding in the rain at midnight, how can you just stroll in the next morning? But viral videos don't win you a job. Numbers do. And what Shedeur's doing in camp? That's where things get crazy. This is where the legend turns into something you can measure. It's easy to get caught up in the cool story of a rookie quarterback working alone. But if all that rainy hustle doesn't show up on the field, it's just a wet show. But here's what the doubters can't explain. Shedeur Sanders isn't just working hard. He's playing better than every quarterback on the Browns roster, and it's scarily steady. 75% of his passes in camp are complete. Let that hit you. That's not just good, that's amazing, especially for a rookie getting used to NFL speed. And this isn't just easy drills. These are real plays with backup receivers going against pro defenders trying to mess him up. But Shedeur's throwing the ball right on time, on point, and with a calmness that makes even older players notice. In tight red zone drills where space is small and pressure is big, Sanders is like a surgeon. No extra moves, no freaking out, just fast decisions and perfect throws. He's already changing plays at the line, something young quarterbacks usually take months to earn and even longer to get good at. And his ability to know where receivers will be? It's already like a pro's. He's hitting guys before they even turn. He's making defenders look silly. He's doing stuff first-round draft picks often mess up in their second year. Even crazier is who he's doing it with. He's not getting the best receivers or the easiest plays. He's working with the backups and still making the defense look bad. Imagine what happens when he gets to work with the top guys. The possibilities don't just grow, they go through the roof. The coaches can't ignore it anymore. Kevin Stefanski, a guy who doesn't rush into choices, is changing his tune. What started as practice reps is now a real test. That's coach talk for we're keeping our options open. And in a league where chances mean everything, Shedeur isn't just earning plays, he's winning hearts, starting in the place that matters most, the locker room. If you want to know who the real leader of a football team is, don't ask the boss, don't even ask the coach. Watch the locker room, listen to it. There's a vibe to it, a spark that grows around the guy the team trusts. And right now, inside the Cleveland Browns building, that vibe is all about Shedeur Sanders. He's not shouting orders or begging for attention. That's not his way. He's earning it the classic way, showing up early, staying late, and making his teammates better. The big guys up front respect him because he knows their names, studies how they play, and calls out blocks that make their jobs easier. Receivers want to play with him because they know the ball will come right where it's supposed to. Running backs feel the field open up when he spots a defender sneaking close and switches to a play that keeps the game moving. He's not just playing quarterback, he's running the show. And this isn't just new guys liking another young dude. This is older players paying attention. There's no bigger sign of respect in a football team than silence after a mistake. And when Shedeur throws a bad pass in practice, which happens to every quarterback, the team doesn't react. No groans, no slumping shoulders. Why? Because they know he'll fix it on the next play. That kind of trust is rare, and once it's there, you can't fake it. Meanwhile, upstairs, the team bosses are tiptoeing around the quarterback list like they're walking on a tightrope. They've got a ton of money tied up in Deshaun Watson, a risky bet on Kenny Pickett, and draft picks spent on Dillon Gabriel. Admitting the fifth-round guy is beating them all? That's not just a choice. It's like admitting they got it wrong. But on the field, there's no money, no news stories, no old promises. There's just who's playing best. And Shedeur's play is louder than any press conference. Stefanski knows it. That's why you're seeing more red zone plays, more top team snaps, more little signs the coach is ready to go with the guy the team already trusts. But even as the locker room loves him, the outside world isn't so quick to agree. Because when your last name is Sanders and your dad is prime time, the media doesn't just watch, they're waiting, and not always fairly. If Shedeur Sanders had any other last name, the story would already be different. ESPN would be showing feel-good highlight reels. Experts would be calling him a star in the making. SportsCenter would play his throws with inspiring music and call it Born for This. But because his dad is Deion Coach Prime Sanders, the bold, proud, unapologetically black legend who always speaks his mind, the story changes. The tone flips, and the rules keep shifting. Let's be real. Shedeur's been watched closely since he first put on a helmet. Not because of what he did, but because of who his dad is. To the media, Shedeur can't just be a quarterback. He has to be a big deal. If he's great, they say it's because he had every advantage. If he messes up, they say he's spoiled. They ignore the hours he puts in. They ignore the hard work and tears. They ignore that Shedeur's been training like an NFL starter since before he could drive. All that gets erased by his dad's fame. Someone wise once said it, when a young black man shines, they call it cockiness. But when others do the same, they call it leadership. That's the trap Shedeur faces every day, and he doesn't back down. What's funny is the very thing used to knock him, his dad's legacy, is what made him better than any quarterback in his draft class. You think being Deion's son made it easy? Ask anyone who's played under pressure. When your dad's the biggest name around, you don't get to mess up quietly. Every bad pass gets shown 10 times. Every choice gets picked apart. Every word gets twisted. And still, Shedeur keeps working. This is a kid who's been running game-winning drills since he was 10, watching game tape with NFL players in middle school, getting tips from Hall of Famers at his kitchen table. Yet somehow, people still say he needs more time or might cause drama. That's not fair analysis. That's bias dressed up in fancy words and pushed out by the media. They get nervous when black quarterbacks rise too fast, talk too confidently, or come from families that don't stay quiet. And what makes Shedeur so tough for that system is he doesn't say sorry for any of it. He doesn't hide his hard work. He doesn't shy away from the spotlight. He faces it head-on, works harder than everyone, and lets his play speak louder than the critics. But now, as the media keeps talking, something else is happening, something they can't control. The quarterback room is shifting, and Shedeur's becoming the one holding it together. If you want to get how wild this Cleveland quarterback situation is, check the depth chart. At the top, you've got Deshaun Watson, once a team hero, now a question mark with lots of off-field problems, a hurt shoulder, and a contract that's hard to trade. Behind him is Kenny Pickett, a guy dropped by Pittsburgh who looks like he's fighting to stay in the league, not someone to build a team around. Then there's Dillon Gabriel, a rookie with okay skills, but too many ups and downs to make coaches sleep easy. Joe Flacco? He's more of a backup plan than a future star. Now comes Shedeur Sanders, the fifth-round rookie everyone thought was just a media creation. But here he is, already running red zone drills, changing plays, leading fast-paced offense like a veteran, making the rest of the room look like they're just along for the ride. This isn't a story of a new guy waiting for his chance. This is a quarterback taking it right now. Watch a team scrimmage and you'll see it. When Pickett's in, there's tension. When Gabriel's in, there's uncertainty. But when Shedeur steps up, there's flow, confidence, and order. It's not just about stats or big throws. It's about control and leadership. You feel it in the huddle. You see it in how his teammates act. When he talks, they listen. When he leads, they follow. And that's the problem for everyone else in that room. Because Shedeur isn't just playing better, he's fitting in better. The mess of Cleveland's quarterback drama has gone on for over 20 years. But somehow, a fifth-rounder with huge pressure and a chip on his shoulder is the only one bringing calm. And the coaches feel it. Kevin Stefanski hasn't said it out loud, but his actions do. More reps, earlier reps, harder reps. He's not hiding Shedeur. He's testing him because he knows what's coming. The big moment. This isn't a four-man quarterback fight anymore. It's a countdown. And the wildest part? Shedeur isn't just walking into this storm. He was made for it. Some quarterbacks luck into greatness by chance. Others grow into it slowly, learning from mistakes with a clipboard in hand. But Shedeur Sanders? He was built for this moment, shaped on purpose, designed like a custom machine for the toughest, most high-stakes job in sports. There's nothing random about his rise. From the second he could hold a football, Shedeur wasn't just tossing it around. He was studying how to stand, how to move his feet, how to throw fast. Deion Sanders didn't raise a famous kid. He raised a quarterback. While most kids watched cartoons, Shedeur watched game film. While other teens stressed about prom, he was breaking down defenses and learning how to spot tricks before, during, and after the snap. Want to know what being ready looks like? Ask anyone who's trained with him. They'll say he's not showy in private. He's a perfectionist. Every play counts. Every mistake is a chance to learn. Every moment is a shot to get better. He doesn't just want to be good at football. He wants to know it inside out. That's his secret weapon. He doesn't freak out when the defense closes in because he's seen it 1,000 times on tape. He doesn't worry in tight situations because he's practiced them since before high school, with pro players guarding his backyard passes. His dad didn't just teach him to compete, he taught him to lead. The media might say Shedeur's rushing things, but his journey started 15 years ago. This isn't some internet quarterback who got hot for one season. This is a lifelong plan coming together right now. He's not ahead of schedule, he's right on time. And let's be honest, Cleveland doesn't get many shots like this to have a quarterback so young, so grown up, and so ready walk in with this kind of calm and smarts. That's not normal. That's special. But with greatness comes pressure. The kind of pressure that's broken quarterbacks in this city forever. And yet, Shedeur isn't crushed by it. He loves it because pressure doesn't scare someone raised in tough times. Cleveland has always been a tough place for quarterbacks. They come in with big dreams and clean uniforms, only to get buried by expectations, past failures, and a fan base that's been let down so many times they've forgotten how to hope. That pressure, it's heavy, it's suffocating. It ends careers. But not this time, because Shedeur Sanders doesn't fear the weight. He welcomes it. And that's what makes him different. While others ask for time, Shedeur grabs the moment. While some quarterbacks shake under the spotlight of camp battles, he gets stronger every day. He knows what's at stake. The media attention isn't new. He's been the most watched college quarterback for 2 years. Every move he's made has been picked apart. And unlike others before him, that spotlight hasn't broken him. It's made him sharper. The fans feel it already. Sanders jerseys are selling. Training camp crowds get louder when he steps up. Local radio can't stop talking about him. These fans aren't just curious, they're all in. They want this. They're ready to believe again. And Shedeur, he's giving them a reason. Stefanski sees it too. His words have changed. His reps are shifting. The "let's take it slow" talk is gone. Now it's trust, quiet trust, but real. And when a coach like Stefanski starts testing a rookie in big moments, letting him call protections, that's not random. That's planning. But here's the thing. Pressure isn't just about the fans or the team. It's about proving something bigger. That all those years of being overlooked, doubted, and brushed off meant something. That the 5th round tag was a mistake. That his family's name isn't a problem. It's a strength. Shedeur isn't just playing for a spot on the team. He's playing to change the story. And unlike the quarterbacks Cleveland's gone through before, he doesn't need shielding from the pressure. He eats it up. It drives him. It makes him sharper. It's what makes him unstoppable. Because pressure is where stars are born. Now the Browns are at a turning point, and the only thing left is whether they'll grab this moment or let fear stop them. Let's cut through the stories, the draft ranks, the media talk, and the money issues. What's left is something rare in the NFL: clarity. Shedeur Sanders is ready. Not maybe next year ready. Not give him a few plays ready. Right now ready. The film proves it. The stats shout it. The locker room feels it. And the fans? They've already made up their minds. In a city where quarterback hope has often been a sad joke, something real is here. And it's not because of Dion. It's because of Shedeur. The Browns are on the edge of something huge. They can keep chasing the ghosts of Baker, Johnny, Colt, Watson, or they can hand the keys to a quarterback who doesn't just want to play. He wants to rewrite the game. Every team gets one of these moments. One shot to be brave when the safe choice is easier. One chance to choose belief over fear. Cleveland's shot is right now. This isn't about drama. It's about knowing what's right. If they start Shedeur Sanders, they're not betting on what could be. They're betting on what is. The kind of proof you can't buy, only build. And he's built for this. Mind, body, and soul. Quarterbacks like this don't come around often. When they do, smart teams listen. And if they don't, then we'll know the truth about the Browns. That they weren't ready. Not for greatness, not for leadership, and not for the quarterback who's been out in the rain this whole time. Helmet on, visor down, throwing perfect passes into the future. The future isn't coming. It's already here. And his name is Shedeur Sanders. This is Field Report. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow with more football news.